Welcome, Tiger fans, to the Rosman Tiger Sports Network. We're here on a rainy Monday afternoon with new Rosman head football coach Matt Stack. We're doing a series of interviews, trying to do one a month up until the season starts. And then after the season starts, of course, we'll be interviewing on Friday, and hopefully we'll be able to work out some other things. But, Coach, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Absolutely. I always enjoy it.
Well, let's talk about some things you got going on to fundraise. You said you've been out fundraising. Let's talk a little bit about fundraising. You have an upcoming golf tournament. Take a minute, let everybody know about the details.
Yeah, our golf tournament, it's our first annual one. We're going to do it every year. It'll be June the 3rd, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. It'll be a 9 a.m. shotgun, so we'll tee off at 9, and I'm hoping to get some breakfast donated for everybody. And tournament is $75 per player, so $300 a team. I also pay out the first, second, and third place winning teams. We'll also be auctioning off gift baskets and things like that. We also have sponsorship details from anywhere from $2,500 to get your signs in the stadiums and whatnot, all the way to $50 for a tee sponsorship. But that'll be June the 3rd. That's at Conisty Falls Country Club, and been out in the community trying to get as many people in as we can, and it's gone pretty well. It really has.
So it's not too late for people to sign up. They can still golf.
Absolutely, yeah. They can come. They can even come the morning of June the 3rd. I prefer to go on and have them now because I got to make name tags for the carts and all that. But there is no cap on the number of teams, so we can take as many as we get.
And you still need sponsors, huh?
Big time, yes, sir. Anytime. We got, as I said, $2,500, $2,000, $1,500, $1,000, all the way down to $50 different increments of what they include, and anything will help because we definitely need some help with getting our equipment better, and obviously some of our uniforms. We need to upgrade those as well. Can
somebody just simply make a cash donation to you without sponsoring a hole or whatever?
Yes, sir, absolutely. And I will be glad to tell them exactly where that's going to go and how we're going to use that money every time.
Okay. Are there any other ongoing or upcoming fundraisers you're involved in with the team?
Yeah, we just finished up with Krispy Kreme. That went well. We sold, I think, 275 boxes of donuts in about 10 days, so that went real well. I got a guy coming in the next 2-3 weeks to create a discount card for us. He's going to reach out to everybody in the community, and we'll have some discount cards coming soon. Also, we have it in the books right now on Midnight Madness Day, the August the 5th, I believe is when that is. We're going to do Drive for Your School. E-Golf's going to come down here and test drive cars for us, and I'm going to cater it and give some barbecue to everybody. And afterwards, then we can play a football game at midnight. So it'll be like an all-day event, August the 5th, and hopefully it'll be an annual thing we do every year.
All right. According to the schedule you gave the players, I saw you had a BCS competition coming up soon. Can you kind of explain that to us? I've never heard that phrase. Let us know what's going on.
It's really cool. I work these kids to death. They're going to work hard and get better every day, so I got to reward them. So I'll work them Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And on Wednesday mornings, I'll let them sleep in a little bit. So instead of getting here at 7:30, they're going to get here at 9, and we will have our BCS team competition. I'll split up into teams, and I'll have a draft. I'll have captains we'll probably split up into 6 to 8 different teams, depends on our numbers. And I'll be ordering shirts. It'll be orange, green, yellow, just regular plain T-shirts.
Right.
And they will compete, and each team will play another team for that day, and they will do 8 major skill development things in football, like tire flip, tire tug of war, shuttle drill, L cone drills, star drill, lots of speed, agility, and obviously getting your body in strength. A lot of strength training. Compete against those teams every Wednesday morning. My coaching staff and I will keep tabs of which group wins every event. At the very end of the summer, we'll have a BCS championship game.
Mm-hmm.
The top 2 teams will play. The winning team, I'll get a BCS champion shirt for the summer. Then they'll get a picture in our program. It's a pretty big deal. Kids love it. A lot of fun.
Right. Well, I noticed the other day you and I were talking about some improvements to the field in the stadium that you've been working on. Let listeners know about that.
Yeah, we've been very blessed. Thanks a lot to Whistling Dixie. They came and donated 100 bales of pine straw to us, and they have really helped upgrade our facility. We got pine needles all around the field house, all around the stadium now, really making our grass pop. Kurt Dodson has come to help get a lot of things done for the field and Old Toxaway Golf Club, and Dale Galloway has been a big part of it, and Chuck Galloway, getting things we needed. We got the field sprayed and finally getting a lot of the poena weeds and things out, so the actual grass is really coming in. We are going to be painting. All the facilities are going to match. So all of our sheds are going to be gray with orange doors, just like the field house and the concession stand. We have more pine straw to throw. Whenever we get finished doing all of it, we're going to bring in hedges, and we're going to have hedges go all around the stadium. We're going to trim them and keep them boxed in real nice. On the corner entrance gates for the home and the visitors, we've put in some walkways, some of that indoor-outdoor hard rubber flooring, and we're going to cut that in, fit it perfectly into the pavement. The press box is going to be redone inside and out. I think I'm even got an idea. I'm going to try to get some leather chairs for everybody to sit in there after we repaint it. It's going to be gray with orange doors as well. So, it's definitely, I want to repaint the stadium. I love the colors and everything of it, but the orange section in the middle, I want to repaint that.
Right.
Maybe even get a white paw snuck in there somewhere.
Sorry to look at the camera, but I saw Matt smiling when you said leather chairs. So.
Absolutely.
I just thought I'd done.
Absolutely.
Let's move on to football. You've had about a month of workout since you've come here full time. How many players have you had participating, and what kind of improvements have you seen already?
Well, I tell you, I've done this for a while now, and I've been very blessed in a lot of places. And the IQ level, the retention level of these kids is by far the highest I've ever had. We have learned a tremendous amount of football. They have learned a lot about my system very quickly. And where we're at right now, installation-wise, my other schools, you're looking at 4 to 5 months in. And we've done it in about 4 weeks, which is just incredible. Really excited about that. Numbers-wise, it varies. Some days, depending on tracks. I think track finally just got finished. Congratulations to a great year they had. So we'll get more kids today, obviously, from track. Baseball just finished last week after a great season Coach Huggins did, again, with his program. So, we get anywhere from 35 to 60, depending on the day. As far as how many people have signed up, we got a lot, and hopefully we can keep as many of those kids bugging to play and ready to get better every day.
You're entering the last week of spring practice this week. It's kind of a new concept here. Could you let the listeners know what you do in spring practice and what you're trying to achieve?
Well, normally spring practice will basically be really solid couple of weeks of running your system, and at the end have a orange and white scrimmage game. I mean, that's kind of what it is without full contact.
Right.
And next year and the next year and my future years, that's how it'll be. This year's been a little bit unique because I'm new and got hired here kind of late, so it's been all about installation.
Right.
The installation period is almost finished. We have very little to install offensively and defensively, so we'll be doing the rest of our installation today, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're actually going to cancel practice Thursday for the sports banquet that's up here at the high school. And then next week we'll conclude with Monday through Thursday next week to be completed. And I'm going to try to get a little 7-on-7 and lineman challenge done next Thursday as long as we're ready. But we're close. We're getting there. So really just to finish the installation process and start filling in the big, the small pieces to the big picture, because they've been given the big picture now, and now we just got to fill in the little pieces.
Well, you talked a little while ago about the football IQ of the players. What have you learned about, other than that, have you learned anything about your players, and then what have you learned about your coaches in this short time you've been here?
Well, all these players really enjoy the game, and they want to be loved,
Right.
And, I get on them, and I'm the hardest one on them on a daily basis, but I pick them up and love on them as quickly as I can. And I think they're really buying into the family atmosphere that we're bringing here. Coaching staff-wise, couldn't be happier, man. The guys are working hard. They have really learned the system quickly, and my coaching staff is the reason that everything has been installed quickly, because they understand it. They're getting it, and they we have meetings every week or so, and they show up, they learn, they retain it, and they apply it on the field. And I walk around and make sure everything's done correctly, and it's been a blessing, man. It's a great staff with a great group of guys.
Well, on a personal note, last time you talked to us about your playing days in high school and college, you talked about your coaching stops, but take a minute and let the listeners know, what was the inspiration for you to start coaching?
Funny you ask. Growing up, my dad always told me that if I ever didn't make it, he thinks I'd be a very good coach. He was my coach growing up until I hit middle school ball, and then in middle school and high school and college ball, obviously. And I was always his quarterback, and I was always his pitcher, and I was always his point guard. So he said, and obviously I learned his system pretty well of what he wanted to be done, and we won a lot of championships. And he always told me if I ever didn't make it, that I'd be a great coach. And obviously I wanted to play in the NFL just like every other kid, and didn't turn out that way. And called Dad about it when I started realizing that harsh reality at Clemson one day, and he said, "Man, now's the time." He said, "I think you do a great job at it." And he knew I'd love doing it. So Dad gave me my first inspiration, hands down, to do that.
Well, I got a couple phrases. I've been watching some footage from McMichael. I've been watching things that you've given to the players. I want to give you a few phrases and tell me how you use them to coach your kids and how you use them to educate your kids. Win the next play.
Right now doesn't matter. The next play coming does, because Lord knows, not just on the football field, but we make bad decisions, or I can fall and bust my knee open, but what happens right after that is going to affect long term of what we got to do. So this game, you got to have a short-term memory, because the next play is the biggest play, not just in football but in life. And these kids, give up a touchdown. Well, that touchdown, we can't change it. We got to get to the next snap, and you never know that's going to be the game changer on the field and in life.
Okay. What about passion for the process?
Playing football, everybody loves Friday night. That's why Friday night is one of the most unbelievable experiences you'll ever have. To make it long term in this game, you got to love the process to be successful on Friday night. In the process, I tell a lot of people, you win state titles January to August. August, you just get to show off and to show people what you've done all year. So to actually have a passion and a drive for the process it takes to win, that's a special person, special team. And when you come across a group of kids that love January as much as they do Friday night, those teams you win a long time with.
Okay, I imagine this one's pretty similar. All in all the time.
Well, all in all the time. Obviously Coach Dabo Sweeney coined all in, and I love it. I think it's great. I do a little poker chip thing with the kids that I'll do whenever we get into the season, where they got to get all in every Friday night, but we'll get into those details later. But I put all the time on it because high school is unique. You got anywhere from 14 to 18-year-old kids, and they can be all in when they're in your office, when they're at practice, when they're in the weight room, especially on Friday night. But they got to be all in at home. When they go to a party, make good decisions. They can't be doing stupid things. They can't be getting in trouble, and they got to even be, more importantly, doing good things in the classroom. So if you want to be successful, you got to be all in all the time, not just on Friday. And at the college level, like Coach Sweeney, all in is what it's about, because he has you on his campus 24/7.
Right.
I don't have that luxury at the high school level, so that's why I put all the time on there.
Anything else you want the listeners to know?
Well, things have gone well. I think the progression is happening that we need to see here, and I know I've been told there's some excitement in the community, and I want them to know that I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to get rolling, and I look forward to putting a good product out for the community to be proud of.
All right, folks, that'll do it. Coach Stack, we appreciate your time, and we know you got to go to practice this afternoon. Got a busy day, but thanks for taking a few minutes to spend with us. Folks, that's it from Fieldhouse. Here, listen to the Rosman Tiger Sports Network. Join us next month in June, and we'll have part 3 of the interview.